All right, guys, as you see, we got the F100 right in the center of the shop. And that's because on this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop, that's all we're working on. Working on the F100, and we ain't going to get sidetracked by anything else. Man, even I don't believe that. All right, guys, you heard me introduce it a whole bunch of times, and luckily every time it looks just a little bit different, which means we're getting some work done. So this is Scotty's F100. It's a 1954, and it's had a basic, it has had an, frame-off restoration. He's had every nut and bolt off of this thing. I've given you walk-arounds and underneaths and all that. This thing is beautiful. We're just trying to bring it home a little bit. All his hard work, trying to, culminate it into getting some paint on this thing. And as you guys know, the prep work is the absolute worst part of the paint job. Like I've said a million times, any monkey can pull a trigger. I'm living proof of that. But yeah, we're trying to get this thing all set up so we can get in the best paint job possible, which means a ton of prep. So we've got all the things lined up, the doors lined up nice, fenders, hood, all that. Better than I think Henry Ford ever intended, because these things, guys, were not exact. But they look good, the gaps look decent, and once it's all one color, I think it's gonna even look better. But we got a couple things still to do. We gotta take off these couple brackets back here. We're gonna pull the bumper off because, just one more thing to tape off, so there's no reason for that. And then we're gonna start on some body work and eventually start sanding. All right, before we start doing that, I wanted to show you something that, you probably caught it in the background, and you're probably like, what the hell are you guys doing? But there's this rope here hanging out of the seal. Little nylon rope. It actually came out of the inflatable paint booth, part of the tie-down thing, if you wanted to use it outside. We're not doing that, so we figured we use that to try and give us a little gap here, and then you can kind of put the tape in and fold it. It's a whole thing, this way you don't get a line right here. And then it gives us a little room. You can see some of that glue and sealant that's in there. We can clean all that up before we paint it. No, we're not taking the windows out. We thought about it, and then Scotty reminded Jay that there's an awful lot of sealant in there that they put to put this together, and we will probably ruin everything in this region here if we do it. So this is an old school trick that, guys, it works beautifully, and you'll see. But you got to stick around and wait till we paint it to see it, and we'll show you a little more as we go along. All right. Now we'll get this stuff tore off. All right, guys, we got the left-hand rear fender. You can tell, where that spare tire goes. This is the one they don't repop, so I figure hitting it with a hammer is a great idea. There's a couple little dents in it, little dings and whatnot. It was rust free, so that's why Scott grabbed it. This one we had dustless blasted, and then I hit it with some metal etching primer, so Clearly it's still all over my stand. You can pretty much see where it's at. But just to protect it, you know, so it doesn't rust again. Flash rust, whatever. But we got a ding over here. That's what I'll show you. Maybe you can see it. Maybe Andrew can zoom in this. Right here. It's not terrible. Try this little line here. So we're going to try and tap it back this way a little bit. And yeah, see if I remember anything Gene Winfield taught me. Hopefully. So if one get a better stand. Yeah. Got some shaping hammers and some dollies here. This was something that Gene told us is really, he used this a lot. And then do that to the class with, ran across the street and got one from the railroad tracks. Still got it, so see if we can use that. Block of wood. See what we got here. All right. Not bad, coming out okay. That's what we got. Huh. You can kind of hear the metal, so you hear like the vibration. When you actually get it flat, you hear a difference in that, the sound. It's not as tinny, it's not as echoey. That's when you know you pretty much got it flat. I think we kind of got there. So, Andrew, zoom in again. What do you think? Maybe we're going to knock it down just a little bit there because it came out a little bit far in a couple of spots. Nothing bad, but actually I think we're going to use that. Not gonna work. Like that. This little fella will fit right behind there, and kind of not go too far. Good enough below there. So that's it, guys. I'll bring it around here and show you what's up. You're on the move. So, if the kid did his job, you'll know that how this was, and that's how it is. And guys, a little skim coat on that. Good to go. Well, guys, we got that taken care of, and I was about to start laying down like a little, a little skim coat of Bondo, and Megan hit me up, told me dinner's ready in like 10 minutes. So, you guys know I gotta go. It's a little cold down here anyways, and well, with that being said, it's supposed to warm up a little bit tomorrow, which is probably a better time to lay down a little bit of filler. So, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Several days later.
Yo, you guys know how that went, right? It didn't really warm up. Instead, it got colder and rain and like freezing rain and stuff. And it was, let's just say, I got a little lazy. These things happen. But Jay came over and, well, you guys know he always motivates me, right? That's good. He's a good influence, that guy, you know? So we did some work over here, and I'll flip you around so I can bring you closer to show you what we did. Obviously, that rope that was here before is not hanging down. It's because we fixed it, did it the right way. So I was telling you guys before. Well, maybe I'll bring it over here first. Because this is a rope we had. We were using, no, that's not it. I got it over here somewhere, guys. That problem. Yeah, it is. All right. Piece of this somewhere. We got it. All right, this is clearly not one of us. Okay. This is what we were trying to use. Rather thin, right? And kind of soft. You can see it kind of squishes quite easily. Well, I really made a mess out of that. This is what we ended up using. And it's much tougher. See, I can't really squeeze it all the way down. Not on the floor. Guys, this has become an ordeal. All right, hold on a second here. We gotta. All right. Clearly, I was ready to do this, right? So, there's a comparison. I'm not going to say any of the jokes that might be coming to my head right now, but here's the white one. Yeah, you get it. Anyways, what we did, old school trick of, we got her back in there. See how it lifted the seal off, right? And you can see where the seal was sitting before, all right? All like that sealant, which I gotta clean that off. This is all sealant up in here. This isn't, the seal didn't get messed up or nothing. You can see there's some sealant on the metal itself all the way through there. And it doesn't need to be there. Not saying Scott might have got a little crazy with the sealant, but I think Scott got a little crazy with the sealant. So rather than pulling all this out, obviously this is sealed in, guys. I am not taking this thing out. That's as per Scott too. So it pulled the gasket here, the seal, whatever, away. So now I can get a nice tape line on this, right? Clean all this stuff off, get some acetone or whatever, get all this off all the way around it. Get a nice tape line, and then after it's painted, you pull this rope out, this seal will go back to where it was, like where that line is. You won't see any lines. So it'll look like the window was taken out to get painted, but without all the trouble of taking the window out, especially all the sealant that's on there. This one went a lot easier. Same thing. See what's in there? All the way around. Tape it off. Same thing. So that's a way easier way than pulling this glass. Clearly this thing is brand new. Well, guys, everything on this truck is brand new. So I don't want to take a chance of breaking that stuff, especially with the sealant that's on the back. I don't think they did the same thing here. I think that was a windshield guy that put it in. Either way, no need for me to take it out. And we'll still get a really, really nice look. It won't be all tapey and choppy and look like Earl Scheib did it. At least, we hope not. All right, guys, so we're about to get into the messy part. Up until now, we've been aligning gaps. Getting all this, guys. If you go back and watch some of the older videos on this thing, the doors, it took some time to get it right. But it's not dirty work. It's tedious, right? But the same with we took the bed apart just because we didn't want to get any of that stuff messed up. We banged some dents out. Just a lot of tweaking, right? About to get to the part where you start slinging a little bit of mud around, sanding things where stuff's going to get everywhere. And it's no less tedious than the stuff we've been doing. It's just about to get pretty dusty and a little messy in here. When I say slinging mud, guys, you guys see, this thing's got all awesome metal on it. Most of it brand new, right? So we're not getting crazy with Bondo. We're putting a little skim's coat of filler just to touch a little bits up, right? Like here, so I can show you this guy here. That's right. See right there? You can see it's like little dimples there, right? So there was some rust there. We had this thing dustless blasted, and it's got some scars from it, right? We've already metal etched everything, so it's all legit. So now, what we got to do is make it smooth. I mean, we're not going to grind the metal away because that just doesn't make any sense. So you put a little skim coat, just take care of that. Good to go. Same here, where we're just doing a little bit of metal work. It's not going to get perfect, guys. It's a little bit stretched, and I'm not Gene Winfield. So, you know, we're going to put a little filler on it to take care of that. That's fine. That's not causing problems. Don't try to make panels out of it, nothing like that, you know. But, so that's where we're at now. And this is where I'm going to end the video. We're doing that because, well, I think it's a good, you know, try to break it up into kind of stages, if you will. Much I hate saying that about putting a vehicle together, but it's kind of true. So, next episode, guys, you gotta stay tuned and watch it. We're gonna start putting some Bondo on it. So you'll see it come together. I don't want to ruin it, right? So I'm gonna go get out of my church clothes here and start getting some work done. Until then, guys, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend, and as always, thanks for watching.